All right, here we go. We're going on R&R now, and boy, I mean, we are ready for it. I'm really happy to get out of the bush and get started on R&R, and I just can't wait. If you go to a place like Taipei or Hong Kong, some place like that, you only get 5 days. Now, if you go to Sydney, Australia, or Hawaii, you get 7 days. I guess because it's further away or something or other. But everybody always wanted the 7 days. But I settled for 5 days, and I was glad to get it. And Gunny said, "All right, Murphy, get on that chopper, and get the heck out of here." I said, "Yes, sir." And I got on that chopper. Of course, I'll tell you something. A fighting marine out there in the jungle. Sometimes your clothes ain't the prettiest thing you could see, and when you go back to the rear, people kind of look at you funny, like, like, wow, look at that slob, or look at that poor sucker, or why don't you ever take a bath, or, I mean, you didn't really smell the best in the world either, and people didn't receive you as well as they should have, but, and then you'd have to, get upset with them, so, I got back and of course I went to Da Nang and got settled in and it was about 5:30 and I hadn't even took a bath or anything this met some Marines there and said, "Let's go out here to the Air Force Club and have some beers." And I said, "I'm ready." Well, we get down there and everybody's in that place is they got starch utilities and oh man, they just looking good, I mean, they had not been out in the bush, and we had, I had, and I didn't look that great. And this one guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, why don't you clean up?" I said, "Well, sir," I said, "I plan on cleaning up later on tonight." And he just kept on, and finally I had to get up and punch him. And about that time, I mean, the whole club broke out, and we had a hell of a time. Uh, I went ahead and cleaned up after that, and they issued me clean utilities and stuff, and I bloused my boots. Of course, my boots were still solid white. You get the more you out there, you lose your shoe polish, and your boots turn white, and you become a salt. But anyway, let's get on. I got on a plane and headed off to Taiwan, and got to Taipei there, and I got off, and it was really amazing. You walk into this building, and they got signs of a whole bunch of hotels on the wall there. And this guy says, "Which hotel you want to go to?" I said, "Well, I don't know. Let me look at it here." And I looked up there and I seen a King's Hotel. I said, "That's where I want to go." I felt like a king. Here I am on R&R, man. I'm just ready to have a good time. And he said something in the Taiwanese, and then poof, here comes this little feller. He said, "Let me take your bag." Well, I didn't have much of a bag. I had clothes I had on, and I had bought from the PX. I said, "Well, okay." And he carried me over to the hotel, and he said he showed me up to my room. And he said, "Well, go in there and take a bath and freshen up and everything." He said, "You want girl?" And I said, "Well, yeah, uh, I, if you got any girls, that's fine." And hell, before I got through my bath, there was a girl in there, and the guy, and he said, "Here, sign this agreement." And there was an agreement for the girl. It was like $65 for 5 days. $65 for 5 days of the girl's company. But I mean, the girl stayed with you, and I kept that I kept that agreement with me until it just wore completely out. Even back from Nam, I even taped it together. I mean, now how many Marines out there have still got their agreement like that? I mean, there's a bunch of them. Anyway, I had a good time. I took a lot of pictures, and everything. I got back to the bush, And I was showing my pictures around, you know. And Jack Kaczynski, he comes up and says, "Hey JD, you know I went to Taiwan." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, I met this girl over there," and he said, "I'm gonna marry her when I get out. When I go back to the States, I'm gonna fly over to Taipei, Taiwan, and marry her." He said, "I'm in love with her." I said, "Oh man, don't do that." He said, "Oh yeah, yeah." He said, "Who was you with?" I said, "Well, I had a girl there too. I forgot what her name was now." But I said, "I got a picture of her. Let me show you to her." He looked at it and said, "Oh, no. Oh, man. That's the girl I had. Oh, man, I ain't marrying her." That's the end of it. I'll see you on the next one.